Greetings, greetings, greetings. We are in the lab. We're in the lab, and we have some special guests with us tonight. Excuse me, all the time. You know, all our guests on Run Talent are special. Some of them have stepped out for a second, but they'll be coming back in. And we're glad to have you all here. And we have Sister Lynn Thompson Hill. How you doing? Assalamu
I'm doing
alaikum.
well. Alaikum assalam.
All right, all right. And we got brother Abdul Elameen. Assalamu alaikum. How you doing?
Walaikum salam. I keep going in and out. I don't know what's happening with my thing. I'm just kind of old, and I'm a dinosaur.
We gonna work with. We got you. Then we got Imam Ibrahim Abdul Malik. How you doing?
Everything's well. Alhamdulillah. Assalamu alaikum. Ramadan Mubarak.
Ramadan Kareem.
Brother Imam.
And then we got brother Bilal in the house.
Assalamu alaikum.
Islam. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And we got this West Side all up in the house. West Side and Hilton Head all in the house. You know, we all up here, squad pole right here. West Side all in the house. And so now, before we get rolling into this right here, I have to let y'all know today was a graduation day to everybody. We said everybody checking out the show, share. Our Black Media, we say share. We had a graduation today, and it was the DJJ Chatham Education Transition Center and Georgia Tech graduation ceremony. And Our Black Media, we're one of the corporate sponsors of that program, and we were glad they had the graduation today. And A. Whiteley, our county commissioner for the 6th district, he was the speaker, and it was held today at the Georgia Tech campus right there in Savannah, Georgia. And they had not only food for the people, which one I can't eat anything, but anyway, but they also had some chips that they gave, and there's some chips that say, stepping into your destiny, and they had nutrition facts, and so I'm giving it to y'all, checking it, everybody show. Graduation nutrition facts, class of 2024, ceremony, 100%, cap, gown, tassel, 100%, diploma, 100%, family, 100%, friends, 100%, hugs, 100%, memories, 100%, success, 100%, bright future, 100%. And so this is the thing we do. We believe in celebrating our people, and we were right there today. And so these young brothers and sisters, I had the opportunity to talk with them. And so again, to see them now making their way into the logistics arena. So now we come down to this. We're going to get into it. We celebrate. And again, recognition we got from them with the Chatham Education Transition Program. These young brothers and sisters now going forward. And so that's what's going on now. We about going forward some things. And so we're going to start. Sister Lynn, who are you?
Well, okay, you said my name. I'm Lynn Thompson Hill, native of Savannah, Georgia. Grew up in a best neighborhood possible. Well, there may be there may be some some questions about it, but Dodge City in the seaport. We're not talking about Texas and those other areas like that. I have worked in the area of mental health, and now I'm an insurance producer, independent insurance producer, and entrepreneur.
All right. Alhamdulillah. Yes. Brother Abdul Elameen, who are you?
I am Abdul Elameen. I'm from Savannah, Georgia. My father's from Hilton Head, South Carolina. My mother's from Savannah. I have a deep history. I have a great-great-grandfather who was a Buffalo soldier. I have a cousin who was the oldest and the first African-American woman to reach the summit at both the North and the South Pole.
All right.
So I have a little history behind me here.
Okay. And Brother Imam, who are you?
I am Ibrahim Abdul Malik, and in the language of the Gullah folk, I am what you refer to as a Kamya.
Oh, wow.
I hail from my hometown in Williamsburg, Virginia. I migrated to South Carolina in 1977, married a beautiful Gullah woman who's a Benya.
That's right.
For 47 years. We have several beautiful kids, and we have 3 children, 9 grandchildren, and My professional career was in the food and beverage industry. I've since retired from that, and now I serve in the capacity of the imam, which is the religious leader, and religious leader for Masjid Jihad.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
All right, that's me in a nutshell.
All right, Brother Bilal. Who are you?
Assalamu alaikum. My name is Bilal Parlin. Like I said before, I'm off the west side of Savannah, Cloverdale. You know, I come from a family. Actually, I come from a family of pastors. I grew up at First African Baptist Church. My brother, people may know him, Reverend Leroy Parlin. My uncle, who's deceased now, Reverend Wilson Scott. Yeah, I've been employed at golf school for 20 years. I've been Muslim now for 9 years, inshallah, April the 19th. And like I say, I grew up in First African Baptist Church, but all right, Masjid Jahar, that's my home. And if anybody listening, tuning in, y'all come check Masjid Jahar out on Drayton Street for Juma at 2 o'clock, or classes at 10 o'clock, or Talim with the Imam at 1 o'clock, inshallah. So that's all I got for you right now.
All right.
Drayton Street. We're not on Drayton Street.
It's 117 East 34.
Thank you, Brother Imam.
You know, we were gonna get that out there. Well, I was gonna bring it up because I was gonna just say, all right, it's 117 East 34th, right between Abercorn and Drayton, for my brother, as he threw it on out there. But then also, Masjid Jihad is the oldest continuous Muslim community in the coastal empire. Just to let y'all know that.
Yeah.
But now we gotta throw this on out, Brother Bilal. Who your people? Who your people? Even though you threw somebody out there, who your people? What's some rest of your people? Who's some of your people?
Well, I got a cousin. She used to play basketball for Johnson. She used to play basketball for Johnson named Pia Mathis. She was a big time basketball player for Johnson. I forget what year she come out. My father, he was Leroy. They used to call him Red. Either used to call him Red or Miller Yellow. He out of Yamacraw. My mama, she off of Gwinnett. She off of G Street, the original G Street. If you from Savannah, you already know what I'm talking about. But my mother, she's real educated. You know, she's a doctorate. You know, I grew up in a nice background, family background. You know, and my parents come out the hood, so it's no excuse. There's no excuse. So,
okay,
yeah, that's
all right. So, Brother Imam, who your people? Who your people? Even though you threw someone out there, so good. We're gonna go deep into that. Who your people?
Yeah, my folks are from Virginia. My mother was a native of Tennessee. My dad is a native of Virginia. They met when my dad was in the military and stationed there. We settled in Virginia. When I was reared there for 19 years of my life. And then, as I mentioned, I migrated south, and I met this wonderful sister, Mumtana Abdul Malik. We knew each other for about 6 months, got married, and then we ended up settling here on Hilton Head. We're actually residents of Squire Polk Road as it stands right now, on Squire Polk Village.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Family, we're connected to the Williams family. We're connected to the Campbell family. So we're connected to some of the major family pillars on Hilton Head.
And we got throughout the Murrays. We got throughout the Murrays.
Oh, yeah, the Murrays. Yes, sir.
That also, yeah.
Yes, sir.
And so, Brother Elamine, who your people? Because you threw someone out there, but again, who your people?
Yeah. Well, my mother's name is Aurelia. Her married name was Williams. My father's name was Edward Williams. My mother was a Bentley. Her father was Willie Bentley. Her mother was Katie Mae Bentley. My grandfather was from the Fusky Island. So, you know, as stated, I got South Carolina running all through my
True.
my veins. My Bennett, Mildred Bennett. She has some sons play for Beach High School. We used to call him Bear. And my aunt was married to, she was a Rivers. If you were a longshoreman, his name was Chenko. Y'all might knew Chenko. He was out of West Savannah. And I grew up the street from Lynn when she was a little girl. She was 2 blocks. She was 2 blocks from me. Uncle was it Wilton Scott? Played for Beach?
Wilson Scott, that's my uncle.
Yeah, played for Beach?
Yeah, played for Beach.
Yeah.
My uncle
Yeah, he used to go with Stephanie McDo back in the day.
Oh, hold up. Now you putting some business out
there. that was high school. That was high school.
Yeah. I'm investing with you.
Yeah. And those are my people, here in Savannah. I'm a mental health counselor. I'm a substance abuse counselor. I'm a cognitive behavior therapist. A supervisor of substance abuse counselors, a clinical supervisor of mental health counselors. And I am a director of a mental health center here in Savannah, a local mental health center here in Savannah. And for myself personally, I started one of the first African American, along with my brother, teams here in Savannah. And we did it for 9 years. And it started out of Masjid Jihad. Our first soccer team was the Masjid Jihad Stars. And we did that for a few years. And then we got sponsorship by the YMCA. And we used to call it the Young Muslim Christian soccer player, like for YMCA. And so those are some of the things I've done here in Savannah. And, been a Muslim for a long time, a captain on the fire department, retired. And I have a cousin who was one of the very predominant mayor here in Savannah, Dr. Otis Johnson is my cousin.
Wow.
So those are my people.
I'm frozen. I've been frozen the entire time when you and Bilal right here trying to talk about this beat stuff right here. I told y'all, so that's why people know what happened. I get frozen when people do things. So yeah.
Let me add one thing. Let me shout out. I got my sister, because my sister Katina Paulin, she Windsor Forest. If it's anybody listening from Windsor Forest, so they probably know. And my brother, Reverend Leroy Paulin. And my other brothers, Leroy Weary. Shout out to Hitch Village. Everybody out of Hitch Village. Shout out to Hitch Village.
Sister Lynn.
Yes.
Who are your people?
Okay, so my father passed, but Carl Lester Thompson from Ludwig, Georgia. He's a Thompson. His mother's a Futch. So we have the Thompsons and the Futches on my dad's side. My mother, Mrs. Willie Thompson, a native of Savannah, Georgia, 91 and a half years old, super sharp lady, known as Miss Red. She has a lot of nicknames. We won't start listing those. But mom is a Huff, and her dad's side of the Raleigh is actually from South Carolina, but we don't know a lot about his family because he was a Rolling Stone kind of guy. So, we just know him and a few others from that side. So I may be related to some of you all. As a matter of fact, I did live down 2 blocks from you, but of course my grandmother lived directly across the street from Elamine. They were friends. My mother and grandmother and Elamine's parents have known each other for a long time. I am married to Michael Hill. Michael Hill is from Virginia, so we have a family on that side as well.
All right. So, Miss,
let me throw one thing in here, because I would be remiss if I did not
Go ahead, Elamine. Go ahead.
My love, Elamine, and I have 2 children. Yeah, and I have 2 children, Luke and Elamine, and my daughter Anissa Elamine, and I have 5 grandchildren. Amani, Nazir, Lanaya, Alicia, Luke Man II, and Amani, who's a very talented artist. And I met my wife, and I got married to her in a month and a half.
Oh, gee.
Mashallah.
Right.
How long you been married?
A month and a half. We were married. I've been married since 1976. So that's what, 47 years coming up now this September? 47, right?
47, yeah.
Yeah, 47 years.
Good job.
Good, alhamdulillah.
All right. Well,
I'm also married too, so
Thank you.
I throw that out there too.
Yo, they try to take over the show right now. We're gonna pay some bills right now. Yo, Mr. Producer, get that commercial, get them commercials, Mr. Producer. Go right back. Run, tell that. Share.
Hi, I'm Katie Brewington and I'm running for Magistrate Court Judge. Magistrate Court is often called the People's Court because people represent themselves or are pro se litigants. Magistrate Court handles civil claims up to $15,000, dispossessory proceedings, pre-warrant applications, and good behavior bonds. I'm a great candidate for judge because I have the experience, compassion, and drive to get the job done. I have been a probation officer, a criminal defense attorney, a solicitor, and a municipal court judge, and I will take all of that experience to get the job done. So remember, vote Katie Brewington, May 21st, for Magistrate.
And we are back. This is Run Tell That with Jamal Toure, and we got Sister Lynn with us, Brother Elamine, Brother Bilal, and Brother Imam Ibrahim here. And we said all y'all share, and support our advertisers, Davis Johnson Bozeman's law firm with offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro. Shep Food, Gas and Food, Shepherd Brothers Food and Gas on Gwinnett and Styles Avenue. Don't ride by, stop by. Kim's Cafe at 714 MLK Junior Boulevard, and One Price Cleaners located in the Farmers Market in Garden City on Highway 80. And we are back now. We have not normally had such long introductions like this when we do our introduction, but these people try to take over the show. That was it. We said y'all share. So we just gonna go and get into the subject, man. We hear Ramadan, which is a holy month, spiritual month for Muslims from around the entire world. We know some of y'all checking out the show right now, and so we talking about Ramadan and what happened on Saturday. One example of it that brother Mufti Elamine, he went and said he had said something when brothers would sit down eating, breaking their fast. He said, "How's your Ramadan going?" And people talked about how wonderful it was and stuff like that. I sat there. I ain't sitting there because I knew what I was going to be bringing up tonight. I was just going to throw it out there. It's everybody's own perspective. I sat there and I wanted to say, this has been the worst Ramadan of my life that I've experienced. Because, just do with me, I got allergy issues and sinus issues. So guess what happened for Jamal? Jamal had hives for like 2 weeks because he was dehydrated. It's Ramadan. I'm like, oh my God, I ain't never experienced it. Then my daughter ain't get dessert Tech D for me. All right, yes, I did. I use calamine lotion. I use cornstarch, all that. So we're going to do this. Brother Elamine, what is Ramadan? Yeah, we break it down like that. So how we do that?
Okay, what was your question now?
What is Ramadan? What is Ramadan? What is Ramadan? You know,
Oh, Ramadan.
It's your own thoughts. I'm like, Ramadan.
Okay. Yeah, well, you know, as you know, Ramadan is the ninth month of the lunar calendar for Muslims, where we fast, and it's to get self-discipline. You know, it is something we do solely for Allah, solely for God. For me, it's like a tune-up. You get yourself back into maybe reading more, praying more, you know, because you can get caught up, or we can get caught up. I get caught up in some of the things of this world, and sometimes I fall short. And so when Ramadan comes, it helps me tune up. It helps me get back to reading Quran more, praying more, trying to be a better person, you know. And I really have to have patience, because you can see what I call sometimes Satan just jumping in other people. Right. I'm saying, that's not you. That's it. That's not my wife. That's not my co-worker. That is the Satan trying to get me. And so I have to have more patience. And I do, you know, try to have patience. I try not to argue and be grumpy and fussy like that. So Ramadan is great. You love to see it come, and you're happy when it goes well.
Yes, all right. So, Brother Imam, what is Ramadan?
But I love it. I love it. It's fasting.
Elamine, we moving on somebody else. Elamine, you ain't got the whole flow now.
That's cool.
We gonna come back. Everybody else got to get a chance too.
All right.
You're my big brother, so I just let y'all know that. Brother Imam, what is Ramadan to you?
Yes, Ramadan, you know, we're told in the Quran that Ramadan has been prescribed to us just like it was prescribed to folks before us. So if I take that part of that verse alone and just look at that, what that tells me is that I maybe have an ailment or some things I need to fix that requires, you know, medicine that I don't necessarily know that I need, right? So it's like Allah says, we're giving to you as a prescription, just as He gave it to those before you, so that you may learn self-restraint. So the idea behind it is for us to be committed to taking the medicine as prescribed so that we can improve on ourselves. And as you know, our fast is a fast from dawn to dusk, sunset, right? And one of the newest, I guess, trends that we see in culture right now is what they refer to as intermittent fasting. So what we are doing could be characterized as an intermittent fast, but also what that shows us is Almighty God is so far ahead of us, because this fast was given to us 1,400 years ago, and now here it is, modern society is just starting to see the benefits of intermittent fasting. Now, I would say this, personally, I never experienced a busier time in any month of the year than Ramadan.
Okay.
In terms of, you know, when I was doing business, the business time for business, the business time for work, and now the business time for extracurricular activity. It never changes. So I always see an enrichment in more than, you know, just one way, but a total enrichment is what I get from Ramadan.
All right. Alhamdulillah. Brother Bilal, Ramadan. What is it to you?
Well, Ramadan to me, it's a self-evaluation. Make yourself better. We all know that, you know, iman meaning faith. It goes up and down. It fluctuates. And that's cool. That's natural. You know, I guess, you know, usually I know me personally, when Ramadan is about to creep up, sometimes my faith get a little low. And just like you recharging a battery, that's what Ramadan for. So you can start off another year. Um, and alhamdulillah, the weather feel good outside. It's not too hot. You got the pollen. My wife Candace, she's doing got the same thing. She got a sinus infection. I mean, Allah make it easy for both of y'all. Anybody out there that's sick dealing with it, still fasting. May Allah reward y'all. But it's self evaluation. I know brother E-Man won a hook bar I think 2 weeks ago, and the hook bar was about, it wasn't about, but he said something about it and it struck me. He said, use Ramadan. Don't try to make your wife better. Don't try to make your kids better. Make yourself better, and that's what I'm sticking to this year. So alhamdulillah, and jazakallah khair, brother E-Man, for that advice.
All right. And Sister Lynn, what is Ramadan?
All right, so Ramadan is called the blessed month because there are so many opportunities for us to earn extra blessings. Also, the month that the Quran was revealed to our Prophet Muhammad, prayer and peace be upon him. And so I see it as really an opportunity to learn so much from the Quran, because ideally we're reading the Quran year round, but during the month of Ramadan, since we are challenged to read the entire Quran, and I think most persons are doing that, or at least most, more reading than they would normally do. I don't know about you all, but every time I read the Quran, I always see something different. Like, this is the first time I've ever seen this or that. Like, how is that possible? Or there's a totally different perspective. So it's an opportunity to expand us spiritually and mentally. And one of the things personally I really like is the opportunity to unite with other Muslims, breaking fast together. Reaching out to Muslims. A brother who has moved to another area many years ago, on one of the nights, and we gathered for one of the nightly prayers, talked about, or encouraged persons rather, to reach out to family members, to other Muslims, etc. And since that time, I focus every year during the month of Ramadan on reaching out to persons that I haven't spoken with in a long time. And as a matter of fact, I need to call this brother and his wife. So that unity is very, very special to me, and we look forward to that every year. And one other thing, the sisters, we always do a little extra, right? So prior to the month of Ramadan, every year we get together and have an event. So we talk about things to help us prepare. Of course, we have amazing food. We invite non-Muslim sisters. There were probably 50 sisters at our last gathering in a sister's home that wasn't huge, but we got everybody in. So that's what's special to me.
Okay, all right. And
may I add one more thing, Brother Jamal? May I?
Go ahead, because you family. Everybody do little Jamal like this. Everybody do little Angel like this. Let's go ahead. Go ahead.
I just want to mention for the viewers that are in the area, for the Saturdays and Sundays for the rest of the month of Ramadan, we are having the community iftars. And folks are invited to come by and enjoy and sit down with us and have some good home cooked meals, man. Really nice. So I want to make that as an invitation. You have an open invitation from us to come and join us with our iftars on Saturday and Sundays for the rest of the month.
And what is iftar?
Iftar means to break the fast. So the iftar is actually, we break fast with a traditional meal of dates and water. We will make a sunset prayer, and then we sit down and we have dinner together. So that dinner that we have as a sit down is an extension of the breaking of the fast, which is iftar.
And during about what time? So those who are looking at it, because again, 117 East 34th Street, Savannah, Georgia.
So the time will fluctuate, but right now, if you're there at 7:30, 7:35, you're going to be a good time. So the time fluctuates as we go along, but 7:30 will be a good time for you to be there.
Okay. All right. And again, this is Ron Tell That. We have with us Sister Lynn, Brother Elamine, Brother Bilal, and Brother Ibrahim, the Imam of the Masjid. And so now we're going to get in this right here. Again, we said everyone share, share, share. So, Brother Imam, which I was going to come to you first anyway, but you had to just jump in there and do what you want to do. Everybody do Lord Jamal like that. But all right. What's a memorable Ramadan? A memorable Ramadan, one that you want that you think back fondly with regard to that. What's a memorable Ramadan that you've had? And it might be several, but then like we're gonna try to tailor it down.
This is the first Ramadan that I'm observing that I'm not on a job.
Okay.
And that makes it very special for me.
All right.
That means that all the stuff that would normally get in the way is not there to hinder me observing it. So this is very special to me.
Okay. All right. Alhamdulillah. And Sister Lynn, what's a memorable Ramadan for you?
Okay, I don't remember the year, but excuse me, there's an airplane flying over right now. I live near the base. But I had an allergic reaction to something, and I don't know what. I went to a couple of doctors, couldn't figure out what it was. So it felt like it lasted forever, but it was probably about 3 weeks. I'd break out in hives every night. So I was concerned as we were rolling into the month of Ramadan because I wanted to go in the evenings for iftars, particularly the weekends. I started fasting, and it stopped. Yeah, and it could have been timing, but I don't think so. I think that it was the impact on my system, and I don't know what caused it, but all I know is that it went away when I started fasting.
Okay, all right, Brother Bilal, what's a memorable Ramadan for you?
Mine have to be my first Ramadan. I took me and my wife Candace, we took our shahada in April, and I think Ramadan came that July, and it came fast, and it was hot. It was hot, and but as you learn, Ramadan means to burn, expediting sins. The Muslim love to struggle. We love to get our struggle here in the dunya, in the world. So hopefully on the day of judgment, maybe we can get past without even getting questioned. And that's the goal. So my first Ramadan had to be my most memorable one because I struggled, and I pray that Ramadan get me into the gates of paradise.
All right. And Brother Elamine, what's a memorable Ramadan for you?
Well, as Lynn stated, I can't remember this year, but one Ramadan, everything just sort of like fell into place. I was able to get to the masjid almost maybe every night for the salat and the Taraweeh prayer. I was able to, I think I read the whole Quran that time, the majority of my prayers. So that one looked like everything that sort of fell into place. A lot of times with the type of work I do, sometimes I come home, you be tired, you be drained. But on that particular Ramadan, everything that sort of like fell into place that year. The home life was great. The children were great. The wife and everybody was great. That particular one, everything just fell into place that year.
Okay. All right. Yes, indeed. So, Sister Lynn, we come to you with this right here, and all of you, but we start Sister Lynn first. And some of y'all kind of alluded to it, some of y'all said it, but what is a spiritual upliftment that you get going through Ramadan? What is a spiritual upliftment that you get personally, that you get going through Ramadan, going through the fast?
Well, as I mentioned earlier, it's the Quran, reading the Quran, and understanding things better, reading, getting lessons that I feel like I can actually apply to my life on an everyday basis. And in addition to that, I don't get there every night, but when I'm able to perform the Tawhid prayers with other Muslims, that's definitely uplifting.
Okay. All right. Brother Elamine, what is the spiritual upliftment that you get with regards to Ramadan, going through Ramadan, going through the swamp, going through
the spiritual uplifting that I connection with other human beings. I believe worship is doing right by other individuals. That's my perception of worship. Prayer, we definitely pray, but to me, worship is action. Worship is helping other people. Just on my job today, I've had a couple of people call me, family members call me that wanted me to help their child again, and was just telling me how much I meant to them as a human being in helping their child. And while I was on the phone with that one, another lady who I had not worked with in a while, she called me and she wanted help with her child. Somebody else showed up and thanked me for helping them get some things. So to me, it was just, and I didn't make the connection until you asked me just now. To me, a solidification of trying to help other people, and to me, that's what worship is. And in being in tune in Ramadan, you connect, and so that's the spiritual upliftment for me.
All right. Brother Bilal, what's spiritual upliftment for you with regards to Ramadan?
Most definitely Taraweeh prayer, because after that you feel like a warrior. But secondly, being around amongst the Muslims, coming from our backgrounds, a lot of our family not Muslims, but our family that's non-Muslims, they have a right upon us too, so we have to fulfill their right too. But when Ramadan hit, it's something special when you're around the believers and people that think like you, and that's uplifting. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing.
All right, yes indeed. And Brother Imam, with the princess, what's spiritual upliftment for you with regards to Ramadan?
This is the latest and the greatest.
All right.
This is the last one. Yeah, give me a kiss. Love you. See you later. Hug. All right. See you later. Bye-bye, baby.
She inshallah, she might be a scholar.
Yes, sir. All right. 1 second. Let me just close my door, all right?
All right.
Uh-oh. Sorry about that. She lives next door, so it's a constant. Whenever she has to go home, she has to come and give me a hug. Yeah, I love that. Mm-hmm. I think what I want to say is everything that everybody said. I resonate with everything that everybody said, but for me, it's the opportunity to have quiet time. Okay. Without somebody asking you, what's wrong with you? Oh, that's your wife bugging you. Like, what you doing? It's like, I can have quiet time, and that really brings me a lot of opportunity to do that, just to listen to myself, And when you sit there long enough and you're still enough, you listen to yourself, but of course, the inspiration also comes in there. Yes. But now in Ramadan, I can do that without any disturbances. And I love that.
All right. Yes. So what we're going to do now, we're going to go to another commercial, and we'll be coming right back. This is Run Tell That on Our Black Media. We say share. back. This is Run Tell That. And we have with us Sister Lynn. We got Brother Elamine, Brother Bilal, and Brother Imam. We are here, and this is Run Tell That. And we say to all of y'all, share, and also support our advertisers, Davis Johnson Bozeman Law Firm, with offices in Savannah, Atlanta, and Statesboro, Georgia. Shep Food and Gas, located on Styles and Gwinnett Streets in Savannah, Georgia. We say, don't just ride by. We say, actually, stop by. Kim's Cafe, that's located at 714 MLK Boulevard, and One Price Clean is located in the Farmers Market on Highway 80 in Garden City, Georgia. And we are back, and we're having this conversation about Ramadan. We have some of the members of the local Muslim community right here. And so now I got to ask this question, because this is the deal. I practice Christianity, I practice Judaism, Sabianism, I practice traditional African spirituality. I might not even practice any spirituality at all, but can I participate in Ramadan? Can I do some of the Ramadan? Can I do some of this, Brother Bilal?
Yes, you could. You could do it, but you're not going to see rewards from what a Muslim, the benefits a Muslim get from it. You know, you'll have your worldly benefits, like you're going to lose some weight, but that's not the purpose of Ramadan. The purpose of Ramadan is Allah, for the sake of Allah. That's the only thing that Allah asks from us, you know. If you want to seek those benefits, you know, one of the the top 5 pillars of Islam is to take your shahada, to bear witness, you know. So, but it helps with your discipline. So yes, you know, you can participate, you know, with the Ramadan. It will help you, you know, and also study. You know, be around, get around a Muslim that, you know what I'm saying, a good Muslim that might teach you, you know, some things here and there, and then hopefully, you know, Allah only make Muslims anyway. So, you know, inshallah.
Brother Elamine, yeah, I'm Christian. I practice Judaism. I practice Sabianism. I practice traditional African spirituality. I practice Kemetic spirituality. You know, or I might just be a free thinker. What would you say to me if I wanted to like engage in practice and do some of this fasting during Ramadan? What would you say to me?
Yeah, I would say, you know, you can go ahead, as the Imam stated, fasting has been prescribed for generations for people of different faith, and we know that fasting has some physical health blessings for you as well. However, I had a friend, I still have a friend. We used to work together, good Christian person, very spiritual, believing God, doesn't believe in man is head of the household and that type of thing. A lot of similar values that we have. And she wanted to fast, and I encouraged her. That's what you do. Take your Bible, look at the number of pages, divide them up into 30 equal parts, and try to read at least a 30th a day, and what we try to do. So for me, if you are a believer, from the spiritual part, because there are 2-part and 3-part questions you have in there. If you are a believer in a creator and you fast during that time solely for that creator, still would get a great spiritual blessing, because you are judged by your creator and your intention with your creator. Now, someone who has no belief in a creator at all, and they're just fasting for the physical benefit, they would get the physical benefit. That is my perception.
All right, Sister Lynn.
Okay, well, first of all, I do agree with Elamine that the creator will, you know, he is the knower of everything, a person's hearts, their intentions, and they will be blessed accordingly. You know, we just don't know that. As a non-Muslim, I fasted for 2 years and read the Quran. So, I think that we should actually invite persons to fast with us. You know, I worked with Imam Majid Fahim Ali, and he invited co-workers, several of us, to fast with him. So that's how I got started. Other persons did as well. I became Muslim or reverted to Al Islam. Some did not, but still, Allah is the knower. So, and it's the intentions of that person between them and Allah, and that's where I let that rest.
Yes, ma'am. And Brother Imam.
Yes, Brother Jamal. What I would say is that our religion, if you look at every principle, is rooted in man's natural makeup. We don't have time to do it all. But I will give you this example. Even though Allah prescribed fasting for us as a means of discipline, everybody fasts. And I would say this, and I'll end with that. You either fast knowingly or unknowingly, but everybody fasts. And to make my point, what is the first meal of the day called?
Breakfast.
Breakfast.
Right. Mm-hmm.
So you're either doing it voluntarily or you're doing it, involuntarily. But we all going through a period of abstinence because it's woven into our natural makeup.
And that's and when people look at Al Islam, and so again, we have people who are checking out the show, and that we want. I want people. My thing is, but we want to break bridges and make these connections, because what happened when you have people compartmentalize, they never make connections. They never make connections. When some of them actually come down to it, it's a part of who they are.
Right.
And so, like some people looking at the show right now, checking out the show, this would be a way for them to now say, "Wait a minute, let me begin to explore more of this right here." That wait a minute, that this is now foreign to me. And that's what has happened for many of us. We let other people give us things in misinformation. And what I tell folks is most of us don't know history, we know mythology. And we we regurgitate the mythology. We feed the people the mythology. And what my thing always I tell folks, when you start making the bridges connections, people become stronger with regards to that. Because we do have people who do want to know and who want to engage in it, even if they do it just for that day. Guess what? That's beneficial for them, because now what happened, it opens up the door for their own spiritual development or even physical development, but it also now helps them now to understand I can connect with them, that I don't look at them being so foreign. And just like Brother Imam, when you say invite the people to come out, to the iftars, that's what this is about. Because again, our foundation here in this community right here, when we say we are Gullah Geechee, guess what? The first time that our language is ever written down is written down by an African who writes it in Arabic, which will tell you that he was Muslim at this point. And when you were just like my brother Bilal, when we had First African, when we see the First African, it's Arabic. So my thing is we make these bridges connections and we can be right there. So our stuff ain't foreign to us. Guess what? Your ancestral line for all of us got somebody sitting on that family tree in your line, wherever those persons are, who was fasting at one point in their life.
Yes.
That all of us, with African people in the Americas, you got somebody on a limb of your family tree who was saying the same things and fasting also. And that's why I say it's about us. And that's what we do at Run Tell That. We make those bridges and connections that other people might not see it, but we make sure that your mind's eyes open to see it. And so now we're going to come to this right here because it's about inspiration right now. How does Ramadan inspire you? Elamine, how does Ramadan inspire you?
Well, Ramadan inspired me to try to continue to be a better person, to try to reach out, try to be right. For me, everywhere I read in the Quran, it talks about living right, being right, going on the straight path. To me, the straight path is treating other people right. To me, that's what revealed religion is: respect for God first, but then learning how to treat your fellow man right. And everywhere I see in every scripture, it's about treating your fellow man right, which is living right. So I try to be a better better person, and I try to still work with every day. And being a good Muslim, and Ramadan, kind of helped me to tune up and try to live a better life and try to be a better person. And I need to be a better person.
And to my brother Bilal, who I have much love for, because one day, just let y'all know a little secret about him. One day I went to the restaurant to go get me something to eat. He was in there, bam. I went to go pay for it. He said, "No, I got it." I was like, "Yo, I love this brother here." So
you keep that between us, man.
okay,
I can get the food reward for us.
I'm sorry. But how does it inspire you?
It inspires me also to be a better person, but also because we got to work the 9 to 5. We always on the grind. You know what I'm saying? We stay in America. We shooting. So you got to go to work. So when I'm at work, a lot of people ask me, "What you fasting? How do y'all do that?" I don't see how y'all do it. So it gives me a form of dawah. So now I tell them,
right.
One thing about me, I don't hide my way of life. People on my job, they respect me. They give me my own prayer room on the job, so I make my prayers on time. And they love it. I'm talking about Europeans. They actually love it. They love it because and I'm a jokester too. I like I jokes around, play around and whatever. But when Ramadan come, they know I'm on the straight path. I'm still joking with you, but I ain't joking with you, And going back to fasting was prescribed to the early generation. The Prophet Muhammad said, peace be upon him, said one of the best of fasts is the fast of David. So Hindus fast, Christians fast, Jews fast, everybody fast, but the challenge is Islam got the best of fast now. So I challenge a non-Muslim. Come on to Ramadan, you know what I'm saying? Because we all in this competition together. Let's see if we get to the finish line together. It's a friendly competition. That's all. Let's see. Live righteous. That's the competition. That's all.
All right. Yes, indeed. Sister Lynn.
Okay. The month of Ramadan, I'm inspired to push a little bit harder, than I do every day, than I did the last Ramadan. For example, am I going to get up when my alarm goes off at 4:45? No. I'm going to get up and have that morning meal. Am I going to get through the entire month without missing Sahur? So far, I'm 15 for 15. Alhamdulillah. Focusing more on making sure that I'm getting all of my prayers in as many extra prayers. So it's just that extra push that I probably wouldn't do as much. I wouldn't do as much were it not for the month of Ramadan, knowing that I am pushing with other Muslims as well to be the best Muslim, which means the best person that I can be, and lastly, having that sensitivity to the fact that other persons are not as blessed to have the meals, and as we know, to not even have a peaceful existence in some places. So that's it for me.
All right. Okay. And Brother Imam.
Yes, brother. We are told that the Ramadan within itself is the best month, is of the best of months, that is days of the best of days, and is hours of the best of hours. We are told as a part of that instruction that the Ramadan is so open to us that whatever we may ask Almighty God for, He's open to having us receive that, and we can get those benefits. So for me, what I hope to gain from Ramadan is to become, just like the other believers have said, I want to be a better me. I want to be a better person. I want to be less selfish. I want to be more diplomatic, more giving, and more relatable. And along with that, more and more educated in what I'm supposed to do as it pertains to being an informed and educated servant of God. Educated servant of God. Because Muhammad said that one educated believer is harder on the devils than 1,000 ignorant worshipers.
All right. You got the word. So we are winding down to the very, very, very last minute or so of Run Tell That. So something I want to get out, and we won't necessarily stay on it too long, but then how do we conclude the fasting of Ramadan? What is the celebration that occurs, Brother Imam? Can you share with the people how that is done? And then we're just going to go around briefly to each one of you to give a perspective about that. What happens at
Yes, sir. At the end of the Ramadan, we have an observance that is referred to as Eid al-Fitr. And Eid al-Fitr is a word that means the recurring happiness, right? The Eid means recurring happiness. And Fitr is a word that means being connected back to your original nature. So as an observance to that, we get together on the morning of the Eid. We will pray together. We will share a few words together. And then we will eat together, socialize together. And then we have open opportunity to spend time and celebrate with our family and our friends.
All right. And also a charity also is taking up also.
Oh yes. And there is a charity that is referred to as Sadaqah. And what this charity does is it kind of sort of is a purification of any mistakes that you may have made in the past. Those monies are donated based on how many dependents that you have in your home, plus yourself, and then that money is distributed amongst the poor and needy in the community.
Okay. All right. So what we're going to need to do, because I'm going to try to get more into it, but we're running down 59 minutes left. I got to do this right here. I got to ask this important question right here. I got to ask this important question because I want to ask about the Eve for each one of you. But instead, this question right here, the most important question of all. What is the greatest high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia? Sister Lynn.
Herschel V. Jenkins High School.
Whoop, whoop. HBJ. So brother Bilal, what is the greatest high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia?
Alfred Eli Beach High School.
They had muted you. They had muted you. So, Brother Elamine, what is the greatest high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia? Please get the answer correct. Lynn got it correct, but this person came out.
Well, listen, you got to listen carefully now. The greatest high school is Saul C. Johnson. The reason why I say that, our motto is not to equal but excel. We are not Bulldogs, Wolverines, Indians, or Native Americans. We are Atom Smashers. You have to be powerful to smash.
Time out,
Adam.
Time out. They about to mute you right there. They about to mute you right now. To Brother Imam, who's also my cousin. By default, we know you know what's the greatest high school in Savannah, Chatham County, Georgia. You just go ahead and say it.
What is it, HBJ?
There you go.
Bilal, what you guys say about that, Bilal? What you guys say right now? All right?
Hey, the imam, he a smart brother, but this one right here, I don't know.
So this has been Run Tell That with Brother Bilal, Brother Imam, Brother Abdul Elamine, Sister Lynn Thompson. So we're glad to have y'all on Run Tell That. We said to all y'all out there, share. We said be inspired, make a change the world. We have the power to do that. Don't look for other people to make the change. You make the change. And just run tell that we see y'all. Check out the rest of the shows on Our Black Media. Appreciate all y'all being on the show with us. We say Assalamu alaikum, which is God. All of you all out there.
Thank you.
We're out of here.
It's been a pleasure.